Hello, my name is Robert Dean Steele, and today I'd like to share with you a wonderful story. A story of revival, a story about a move of God that happened a generation ago. And it was a wonderful story because it's my story. You say, how is it your story? Well, I got saved on Thanksgiving of 1974. And then about 2 weeks later, in the same community in which I live, God moved so marvelously. In 4 days, the church that I would become involved in, which was Clare's Home Pentecostal Assembly, would all of a sudden go from whatever it was to 100 people getting saved in 4 days' time. Let me share that story with you from my perspective. Years ago, I asked the pastor at that time, who was Ken Bunting, I said, how did this revival happen? Well, he told me that he was in a meeting in Brockett, Alberta. And he was there with Brother and Sister Lindoff, and we called them Brother and Sister Lindoff because back in those days that we did. And the Lindoffs were there with the Buntings, and they were visiting a special meeting, a special Aboriginal meeting. An evangelist from the States was sharing the Word of God. And all of a sudden he looked out and he said, there's a man here who's going to have a revival. And then he pointed to the table where Brother Bunting was sitting. And he says, the white man, I want you to stand up. Well, Brother Lindoff stood up and he says, no, not the tall one, the short one. And so Brother Bunting stood up and he said, you're going to have a revival in your church real quick. Now sit down. And that was the end of it. Brother Bunting didn't think much of it until he drove home and was there that night. And all of a sudden, he got a call from an evangelist whose name was Robin Thomas. Robin said, Brother Bunting, can I come to your church and have some revival meetings? Without hesitation, Brother Bunting said, yes, come tomorrow. Well, Robin said to him, well, I have some meetings tomorrow, but if I can clear my calendar, I will come. Well, about half an hour later, Robin Thomas phoned Ken Bunting and said, I can come. Well, I'll tell you something. God moved in that Sunday morning. And Sunday night, very excitingly, the 4 leaders of the Lutheran Church heard about the revival meetings, and they came there that night, and 3 of those Lutheran leaders gave their lives to Jesus Christ. Well, the next day, some people in the town heard about the revival, and the leader of the Canadian Girls in Training, CGIT, that was a group that used to meet in the Clare's Home United Church. They said, can we come to your meeting? There were 17 girls that night at that meeting, and 16 gave their lives to the Lord. Now, I happened to come to the Sunday night meeting and saw what God was doing and got really, really excited. For 1 solid week, we had meetings, and God did tremendous things during that time. The short story of the long story was the fact that 100 people gave their lives to Jesus Christ. Well, the youth group that Friday night had gone from, 10 or 15 kids to 40 kids. And during that time, we're talking 7 years, God was doing marvelous things. I mean, many of the young people went off to Bible college. In fact, in 1 year, there were 29 young people in Bible college. God moved so marvelously. And we had some wonderful people in those years. For example, the president of our youth group was a guy named Roger Thompson. Roger Thompson was a great inspiration to me. My best friend, George Ayers, gave his life to Jesus Christ during those times. And also as well, we had others that came into the youth group. I used to belong to a group called Christian Love. And in that group happened to be Brian, what was Brian's name? Brian Brio. And also Curtis Garber. And another fella named... can't remember his name now, but George and myself were in it. And God did some tremendous things in those days. What I learned in the background as well is that people had been praying for a number of years for revival. People like Rachel Davies, Alice Sybil, Dorothy Larrett, and so many others who were praying for revival. the Deweys and Sinclairs. These were some people that you probably don't know, but if you ever see this video, I want to thank all those who prayed so diligently and so hard, because what happened was God answered your prayers. Now, I am the only one left in that from that revival in the ministry, as far as I know. Now, if you happen to be in the ministry and are watching this video, please let me know. You can email me at revdean100@gmail.com. Or if you are part of that revival and you'd like to talk to me about it and give me your aspect of the story, I would love to have you do that as well. God did tremendous things in those days. And the one thing that I know about God is this: if God can do it once, he can do it again. And this little exhortation is for all of us today. Yes, there's a lot of things going on right now in our society, and it almost looks like we're losing the battle. But I'm here to tell you that the same God that moved in 1974 can move in our midst as well. The same God who did miracles and saved multitudes of souls in that small town can also move in your community. I've always believed that God wanted to do a new thing. He did a great thing back then. I'm not glorying in the past, but I'm grateful for the fact that I had the privilege of being part of a revival in my early days. I've seen a couple revivals since. You know, God has done that in some of the churches that I pastored. But I want to tell you today, the best is yet to come. Joel 2:28 says that God will pour out his Spirit upon all flesh. Our sons and our daughters will prophesy. Our old men will see visions. Our old men will dream dreams, and our young men will see visions. There you are. God will do marvelous things. Yes, he will. And he will do it in your situation. He will do it in your family. He will do it in your church. Don't lose heart or faith. Here I am 40 years later, just as excited about what God is going to do in where I am as I am for your situation. So today, hold on to God. Claim the promises. And you know what? Revival will turn our nation around. Oh, by the way, one more thing, and that is this. Just because evil seems to be winning, don't worry. The best is yet to come. God is going to turn our nation around, and we will win in the end. Remember that. My name is Robert Dean. You have yourself a great day. Actually, it's Robert Dean Steele. You have yourself a great day.